Eclipses bring great change. And this eclipse that we are approaching very soon, in a few days, is going to be concluding this Taurus and Scorpio nodes, the eclipses that we've had for the past 2 years. We also have the Saturn retrograde of the internet. So lots of shifting, lots of changing. And with that is the mass consciousness. And so with that flow, with that shift, with that change, I am changing how I serve with these videos here. But first, I do want to say, please join me on YouTube. If you're watching this on social media, please join me on YouTube to watch the full video. If you're already watching this on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for being here, because I do need your help as well. I need your help to raise my public view hours so I can turn off the adverts that YouTube keep putting into the meditations. So if you feel inspired to assist, I will be moving my videos from social media in the meantime, because normally, if you'll have seen, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, I put a video out and they go up on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. For the near future, until my public hours on YouTube is up to the point where I can turn the adverts off, I'm moving them all to YouTube. So please do support me. It means the world, because I do not like it when I do workshops and YouTube puts an advert right in the middle of it. I know I've received the emails. If I could turn them off, I would, and I need your help to do it. But I also want to share some really fun and interesting shifts that the videos that I offer, and how I feel like I can best serve, how that's going to shift and change as well. And this is really exciting for me, because we must always be continuing to expand and continuing to flow. And I know that, or I received the feedback from you, that you love the meditations, the channelings, and the topics that we discuss on Mondays. But I am going to be shifting ever so slightly, and this is why. As we awaken collectively more and more, what happens is everyone is now coming to the awareness that we all have, in this lifetime, we all have a level of trauma. We all have a level of complex PTSD. Each one of us, no one's exempt. And what we realize in this is we see this great movement of shadow alchemy, shadow work, light work, inner child reclamation, the discussion and topics of things such as boundaries and ghosting and la 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 la. All these are being brought to awareness as people are sharing more and more their experiences. This is incredible. In my perspective, this is wonderful, because what happens when more of us start to speak of this is it becomes more normalized. And when something is more normalized, it means, okay, this gives me permission to actually start to heal this. Now, why this is important is, with this year that we are having right now, there are so many of us that, a year ago, we weren't all that into chakras and light and archangels and nature and speaking and being our true authentic self. And now, in the past year alone, there are so many, and I know you'll have seen it too, so many of us are awakening to that truth. And that's so radiant. But now we get to a point where, with all of us awakening to this level, there is so many collective streams of passive mass thought, which has got us to the place where we were, that place where we are ascending and growing out of. And in order to actually build a strong foundation, we have to embody rather than just point out. So yes, we can point out boundaries need to be stronger. Yes, we can point out, that's toxic. But in order to embody the joy, the love, the flow, the fifth dimensional consciousness, the fifth density, in order to actually embody all of that, we have to change how we respond in our personal life. We have to practically apply the things that we're seeing. We can't just regurgitate what we see people speak of. This is actually a very deep trauma that runs through the whole world, is this needing to be seen and needing to feel like the information comes directly from us. That's not really how it works. This brain of ours is not meant to be a library where we learn everything off by heart and then can pull from a catalog in order to teach. That's not how we're going to get from where we've been to where we're going. So what I am feeling very inspired to start bringing forward is a series, a YouTube series, free YouTube series of the spiritual psyche. So this is actually understanding what we're actually doing on an energetic and emotional level, what subconsciously we are doing, because this is where the light is being shone right now. And what remains in the subconscious goes into the unconscious, and what is in the unconscious in the shadow world comes out through others, right? Until we self-observe, we're not going to self-actualize. Until we shift how we respond, we're not going to self-realize. So this series I'm very excited about, because it's not dissimilar to what we already discussed on a Monday. It's just going to be short, concise videos, specifically discussing a particular topic such as ghosting. We've all experienced it. We all not necessarily realize that we probably all do it on some level. But not just the discussion, the actual how to shift it around, to become conscious of it within self, and to heal the part of ourself that's subconsciously doing these things. Because this is how we bridge. This is how we bridge to this earth that we're creating. We can't do it without practically applying it to self. We can't do it by looking outwards. We can only do it by looking inwards. So it is my intention that the videos that come forward are going to serve, are going to help us self-realize, become more conscious of our subconscious, of actually be really fully as in integrity as possible. No more lip service. No more just talking the talk. We've got to walk that walk. And this is potentially triggering, because as you know, if you've watched any of these Monday videos that I've been doing, you know, I always say every Monday video is a reflection that I have within myself. And there are some which will watch a video and they will get instantly triggered because there is an active part of themselves feeling this vibration very strongly, wanting it to heal. And this is where triggers come from. We've been in a year of triggers, have we not? So these videos may trigger some, and it's not the intention, but if they do, then great, because triggers bring self-realization. It brings awareness to what emotions, what thoughts are actually active. And it calls us forward, because every one of us that is here, every one of you seeing this video, we are calling ourselves forward. If you want to be that walking master, if you want to have a peaceful, blissful life, if you want to feel the joy and the love and all this stuff and feel it genuinely, consistently, rather than getting shook left, right, and center and in these peaks and valleys, we have to heal the aspects of ourselves that are in denial about it, right? So on that note, I'm very much looking forward to starting this video series. The usual videos that I do are going to be shifting. I know you all love the star channelings and the direct channelings. They'll still carry on coming out, and the transcriptions of them will still carry on doing those. Meditations, I'm going to stop doing the meditations on Wednesday. I will continue to put meditations on YouTube, and they will be more specific to what I get asked for what seems to be the collective need. So subliminals and affirmations, exclamations, abundance codes, higher self connections, you know, various different things that we need to help our mind catch up with our soul. Right? On this note here, I am going to allow myself a minute of promotion as well for some of the things coming up this month, or this week even. We are in the last week of the early bird for the Temple Wisdom of the Shekinah. For anyone who is feeling drawn to the mystery schools, the mysteries of life and death, of rebirth, the mystery schools of sacred union, divine feminine, divine masculine, Isis mystery schools, part of what I feel I'm here for is to help many of us remember the codings that we came here with, and how to work with and understand those principles, those laws, and the maxims of this universe, and to master them. A huge aspect of that is the mystery schools. So I'm very excited to be sharing a complete, in your own time, course, Temple Wisdom of the Shekinah. It is specifically focused on the Scarlet Codes. So this is going to include teachings around Tantra, sacred sound, light language, sacred dance and movement, sacred rites of the temples, sacred union, various different topics. The content is going to be recorded and released weekly. There is an early bird on. If you are called to enrolling upon that, complete it whenever you are called, revisit as many modules as you like. I'm very excited. There will be a live call at the start and the end. It starts on November 10th, finishes on December 15th. You can be live for those 2 calls at the start and end, or you can watch the replay. But all the content you complete in your own time. Early bird is on until the end of October if it calls to you. And this week we have a nourishing, loving workshop on Thursday, the 26th, Mother Mary's Blue Rose of Grace. That's on Jackie's website. The link is in the descriptions below. And on Saturday, we continue our Eclipse series. We have 3 workshops. The first one happened on Friday the 13th, as we had an initiation with Isis, activating and healing such sacred feminine coding within us. We then continue with Ra and Osiris on Saturday the 28th for the full moon lunar eclipse. That is going to be healing and clearing the pineal, the pituitary, the spleen, which is the pranic chakra, the solar plexus, ascending the crown, the sacred and masculine aspect, so that by the time we get to the 5th of November and Horus arrives, we are celebrating sacred union. So if any of those 2 workshops call to you from this week, Thursday and Saturday, please feel welcome to join along. The link is in the description below. If you are called to remembering the sacred feminine codes of the mystery schools, going deep into the Scarlet Codes, it will be an honor to share a container with you. But for now, back to how we're going to be moving forward. I look forward to sharing the Scorpio newsletter with you all. There's a quantum healing in that, and there is a Scorpio foresight for the season, along with lots of other goodies as well. So if it calls to you, make sure you're on that email list. Otherwise, I send you so much love, and I look forward so very much to starting the Spiritual Psyche series, to walking the talk and really embodying that bliss. Thank you so much for all your continued support. Sending you so much love, so much joy. Bye for now.